It used to be made tableside by the hotel's maitre d', now conveniently available to make in your own home.
Chief, I just got out of interrogation with the shallots and the red wine. They said Butter came to the house the night before and planted the weapon in their house, so it will be them that got taken away. My God, this whole Butter situation's really getting compounded. Let's cook some food.
So with our ingredients, we need our butter, duh, and I brought mine out about 2 hours before the shoot. As long as it's not too hot in your house, I think it's fine to even have it lay out overnight. We've got some red wine, one each shallot, and then a small bunch of parsley. First, we need to take off both ends of our shallot and unpeel it. And so a shallot has a root end, which you see there, the fatter end, and a not root end, to get technical with it, the smaller end. We want to cut from the smaller end. And what we're doing here is not pushing the knife through, we're sliding it through from the handle end to the tip end. And if your knife is sharp enough, just a simple motion of going through that will cut it, and you won't really need to apply much pressure to it. To finish off, we just need to do from the tip end to the handle end. So when it comes to wine, get yourself a nice, inexpensive wine. Don't buy cooking wine. I cannot stress this enough. Even if it's just an inexpensive box wine that you may have drank when you were in college or any other day with your pals, use that instead of cooking wine. The flavor of an inexpensive wine is 10 times better than any good cooking wine. Go ahead and add your shallots to your wine. And if you're me, you're going to add this totally awesome transition that'll one day get you an Oscar for cooking shows. But in all seriousness, we're trying to bring this to au sec, which means we start with a low simmer and do it until all of the wine, or most of the wine, has dissolved. And so with our parsley, we just need to pick off individual leaves. We don't want very many, if any, stems at all. And if you were being super duper fancy in a restaurant, what you would do is stack these guys up nice and neat. But hey, we ain't inviting Channing Tatum over tonight, so it doesn't have to be that special. All you need to do is take your bunches of parsley and loosely make a bunch, not too tight so that they weep or get rid of their juices. And we just need to make sure our knife, again, from the tip end to the handle end, we're sliding across. We're not chopping down. We want to slide across. I liken it to how a train, wheel works, how it kind of has that rotation as opposed to a hard chop down. With our butter at room temperature with the pepper already added, we just want to add our parsley to that mixture. So this is what au sec means. It is basically bringing something to almost dry, but not burning. Most of the liquid is out. I wanted a little bit of the liquid so that the color would come through brighter. So all we need to do is let that cool a small amount and mix it together with a spatula is what I use in a bowl. And this is a shot of me trying to look cute with a small bowl and a huge spatula. Do not do that. I thought it would be great for the shot, but my God, was it exhausting trying to move all this butter in this tiny, tiny bowl. But as long as your end product is this nice, smooth consistency with all of your ingredients mixed in thoroughly, then I don't give a rat's patootie how you get there. So this next part is completely optional, but I've always enjoyed making them into logs. It's what we did in the restaurants because it makes a nice circle of butter, and it looks good on a good cross section when you cut it. So I just take this butter that's still at room temperature, so it's nice and pliable. We put it onto some plastic wrap, and we're just going to do some old school Play-Doh rolling, make a nice little snake out of it. The most important thing is that once you've got the general shape that you want, you need to twist the ends very tight so you can get out the excess air. Now, it won't make it explode if there's any in there or not, but this will make a nice smooth consistency all the way through. And I just put mine into the freezer for later use. My 15th attempt at a shot of it on top of a steak, so the steak was nice and cold, so the butter didn't quite melt the way I wanted it to look nice and good, but you get the idea. Hey, thanks for watching that video. There's more like it down here, and if you enjoy them, please don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, you came, you sauteed, you conquered.